Hello, welcome back to Atum Ra Raw. I am Atum Ra here in lovely Thailand. Thank you for being here. For those of you who don't know, I normally talk about a breatharian lifestyle as well as raw vegan diet or livity. Uh, and I'm just here to share some of my experiences. So I'm here at my lovely home, and today's topic I wanted to address or just talk about two things actually. I wanted to talk about music and how the music, or I'm sorry, how music is actually a very, not more so than therapeutic, but the word music itself is the universe, and I'm gonna go into that more. And also, I wanted to invite any of the people watching or my listeners, whatever you guys want to address yourself as, to join me in the next 4 days of going through. Personally, I'm doing a liquidarian fast. Like I said, I'm raw predominantly all of the time, and for no reason other than just feeling like, you know what, I might have ate a little bit more this week than usual. As you can see, it's I wouldn't call it monsoon season so much, but right now we got some strong winds coming in through Thailand. The seasons are changing, so ultimately I wanted to get on board with that before, because with a lot of, how would you say, cultures, when the seasons are changing, your dietary, or once again, when I like to say diet, when the seasons are changing, you often should be trying to change with it. But a lot of us type to carry old habits and old eating and thoughts with us into the next season, and that's what breeds dis-ease of our bodies and mentality. So although this isn't the end of the month, which I wouldn't say that the end of any month specifically aligns with the seasons changing or anything of that sort, we are going to start preparing our bodies to say, hey, it's winter time. There, if I was living in a cold place during this time, we wouldn't be eating so much. We'd be storing up during this time and saving energy. So that's why, for me myself, I'm going to be going on a liquid fast for only for the next 4 days or so. Actually, I don't even want to put a real limit on it. I just want to at least set a mean or a medium for me. So please, I invite anybody, if this is your first time going through a fast, of course, to take your time with yourself, be understanding, overstanding of yourself while going through that. This isn't my first time fasting, of course not. I fast every other day pretty much. And, my arms, I love looking at my arms now because I remember a time when I myself didn't like a lot of things about me. But as I started to exercise and change my diet, I realized how much my mentality changed. And now I love my arms, I love my body, I love myself. Anyways, or I apologize. I know some of my listeners say you shouldn't keep saying anyways. So that's a no shade or nothing. So we're going to be doing liquid fast now. What that entails for me is I'm going to be making a lot more brews, not so much actual juice. Like, no, I'm not going to be making smoothies during these 4 days. I'm going to actually just be making teas. So, predominantly, I will be eating or consuming uh, brewed ginger. So, I'm going to chop up some ginger in an old, almost Jamaican recipe type of thing, and I'm going to blend it up and pour my hot tea on it, let it sit, and that's mostly what I'll be drinking periodically. I'm not just going to start gorging myself on the water or anything. And that also goes into tail to talk about water, because I've had viewers before ask me about things that I do with my water to try and purify it and whatnot. And to be honest, just the purest answer I can give is I set intentions in anything that's going into my body. So I don't worry about what Babylon is trying to do. Now, of course, I'm not going to go seek the wrong things and still try and have a holistic lifestyle off of that. But once you get your pranic level so high, it doesn't matter whether you were eating the pizza or whatnot. It's all prana or all energy, prana, spirit, breath. It's all nutrients. So I'm still going to be drinking just the regular water that I get, but like I said, I used brews. And another major thing that I like to do is, or my wife and I like to do, is we like to put quartz crystals inside our water. So like a whole solid chunk of quartz, if in whatever bottle it is, or anything of that sort. And if I'm not certain if it has to be quartz, I'm just telling you what our practices are. We put a quartz in the water, makes us, even if it was a placebo effect, the placebo effect has a higher success rate than than actual medication sometimes. So even if just that effect of me saying I'm putting the intention of putting a crystal into my water to help the purification process of water, it's going to be beneficial. So that's what we're doing. That's what we are going to be doing, as well as that's the brewing of the ginger. I might also be brewing some carrot just to, I wear shades. I don't have any light sensitivity, but my glasses. This is my prescription glasses, my prescription shades. So, uh, but carrots are very good for your skin as well as your vision and many other things. We'll be brewing a lot of root vegetables in these next 4 days, and that's what I'll predominantly be drinking. So please, please, please document your journey if you're going to be accompanying me on this at the same time, or if you're watching this in the future, in your own future, and you want to just come back anytime. I invite you to do that and document it and see how you feel each day, and learn that just because you might not always feel at the supreme comfort level while going through this process, understand that it's a detox. And it's your body. If you get a pimple or you get something that comes up, or even emotionally it's something that comes up, it's something that had to come out. So that's what you're going to be going through during that time. Detox, detox, detox in that sense. And then who knows, you might carry on with that levity, and you might become the next Breatharian and be doing your own videos and helping people out there in the world. So next topic I just want to jump over to now is, because I myself was watching this, as well as many of you know, I am a musician. You can always follow me on Facebook or Instagram or any of those things. I'm a singer, a songwriter, but I just like to say I am a musician, which is the term. You can quote me or not quote me, but the word "mu" is a ancient word in itself. But I wouldn't even say ancient words, because I don't really believe ancient societies spoke. I believe we used to talk with our third eyes and pineal glands and whatnot, so telepathically. But mu is a term that they used to represent Lemuria and places of those days, or mu used to also be an ancient name for the regions that we currently call Asia. And they're gonna come for me with that one. But mu itself, I believe in the ancient Mesopotamian language, stood for mother. And Sik, S-I-C, stood for science in that sense. So music literally stands for the mother's science. And whether you believe in God or any of those things, we all understand that if you have a belly button, you came from a womb man, right? You came out of the womb, you were birthed into that. Many people don't understand that women have carried, if you're here today, you were inside of an egg that was inside of your grandmother. You understand? So you are your ancestors in that aspect. So in saying that, music is the divine science, because music is the frequency of the whole universe. If the universe is a galactic womb, it's dark, it's cool, it's wet, it's bringing us all of the materials that we need without us having to go seek it, almost like we're attached by an umbilical cord, they call it the silver cord, or coming from our head, or our crown chakra. Then the universe is the womb of the divine woman, womb man, yeah? So, and they tell you, even in science today, I'm talking real string theory and whatnot, but when I talk theories, I'm talking about the things that I know as my truth, and truth evolve. Yeah. So, with that, you know that our planet is vibrating at a frequency Some might say it's like a bass, you know. They talk about the moon being hollow and things of that nature. And if that's the case, then that would be like a gong, you know. So when we study music, we're literally studying the science of the universe. And that is saying that our planet, our spirit, our minds, our bodies are all a part of this orchestra, which is the universe, the divine symphony of the universe. And many people are playing all types of tunes, and it's okay because all things is music. You hear all these motorbikes that drive past, you hear the man doing construction, you hear all of those things. And we have learned to equate that as, oh, it's noise. But it's not noise, because all sound, all frequency is music. So once you figure out that you are making music, this is a drum inside your chest, yeah? Every single day. That's your heart beating like a drum. Once you figure out what your music is, or what your instrument is, you know the tune you should play. There's not a perfect tune. There's no such thing as a wrong note. And as a musician, you hear that all the time, like, oh, you hit the wrong chord. Or sometimes while I'm playing my bass guitar, I might be like, that didn't sound the way I wanted it to sound. But the sound itself was not incorrect. You understand? It just might not have been with the right flow for what I was trying to bring forth at that time. So I invite more people to start exploring music as a mathematical equation to help better improve their lives. But not so, it doesn't even matter what type of music, but just to understand that all of this is a frequency. And all of us are tuning into these frequencies, and it's our choice whether we're going to tune into the frequencies that bring us down or the frequencies that elevate our existence. So I don't care whether you're listening to boom, boom, boom and a humma, humma, or if you're listening to Mozart or Chopin or any of that. Just play some music, man. Make some noise, make a joyful noise. It'll help heal you. You see the chords on the guitar, back in the day they used to say those were heartstrings. And the proper musician or, mother scientist could play certain chords and literally heal the hearts and unclog things and whatnot. So if you start to step into that lane, what can that unlock for you? So I'm going to be playing my guitar. I'm going to be singing throughout this whole experience, and I'm going to watch all my energy and everything just elevate while I'm going through this detoxification process, getting ready to prepare for the next months, because there's a shift happening. Everybody can tell right at this point. I'm not talking anything crazy, and I'm not even saying anything overly metaphysical, but there's a shift happening. There's a shift always happening, and every day there's a world-ending event. But you never end. You keep on going. So we're preparing for that shift. And if you want to study the stars and the astrologies and whatnot, great, amazing. But you don't have to go study the stars so much when you can just look inside. I can go to infinite galaxies when I close my eyes and sit there in my own stillness and calmness. Just like we let the TVs and the screens take us out of this world, we could do that without even looking at anything. So, but if we're going to talk astrology real quick, I myself have been detaching from a lot of the black mirrors in our life other than what I'm putting out, because there's a lot going on in our world. Everywhere right now seems a little bit more chaotic than usual, and that's because we're bringing back those feminine energy, which is the neter or nature of this world. And then we're also going through galactic shifts. I think they would say like Jupiter and Pluto and Saturn are in alignment or conjunction, so there might be a major thing. For all I know, we might start levitating. And we have the saying, once in a blue moon. Well, we have a blue full moon on the 31st. Wow, it's gonna be amazing, right? The 31st. Already a sacred day which them demonize and whatnot. Then come November, on the 13th, we have Friday the 13th, which they'll tell you is a negative thing, but it's all about the energies, man. You just move it how you want. But I myself, I know the world is going through a lot, and the people have elections, and people is ready for rebel, and even here in Thailand. But I'm not checking for none of that. I'm checking on my own inner peace, hoping that through me shining a light, I can be a beacon for others. Anyways, this is a 15-minute video. Why? I'm sending you guys prosperous love and just hoping that you all are in good health. I would love to see a lot more people just being more aware and in tune with their body, using music for their higher frequencies, not needing no drugs. You don't need none of that. Anyways, didn't mean to come off too preachy in this video. I hope you had a good time. Massive love, massive, massive, massive love. And I'll see you in the next video. Alright, for now, I'm Atum Ra. Take care.